attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay, guys, welcome to another live Inner Circle webinar. I'm just going to give everyone another maybe 30 or 45 seconds. We did have some trainers say that they were running a little bit late. I'm certainly not going to wait more than a minute or so. It's good to have people punctual. So just another 30 seconds and we'll certainly get into it. So looking forward to today's webinar. Pretty straightforward webinar in terms of, really allowing some of our members to understand marketing from a more simplistic perspective, really. I think so many people, marketing is such a subjective topic and so many people kind of get lost in it. Frank, should we be doing stuff on Facebook? Why do so many trainers get, closing clients from Instagram? Should I have a website? Shouldn't I have a website? So these are some of the questions that you can ask at the end of the session today. So another 20 seconds, guys, and we'll get straight into it. I'll just grab a sip of water. Good to see so many members from all over the country and even in the US, so that's pretty cool. Okay, guys, I think we're going to start. We've just got, hey, Steve. Actually, let's get started, guys. So people are just coming on now, but it's a couple of minutes past one. So this is number 25, webinar 25 in our 12-month business growth program, how to use six simple marketing laws to grow your PT business faster. I just want to say a quick welcome to, we've got 6 new members on the line, so it's great for you guys to be joining us on your first live webinar. I can see you as well, Ruby, so that makes 7. So yeah, welcome Ruby and all the other guys as well. So great to have you as part of our PT Business Accelerator program. I know a couple of you haven't joined the private Facebook group yet, so please do that. It's where you get all the support. Hey Sue, welcome to the webinar. I know you haven't been on for a while, so just talking very quickly to some of our new members. We've got 7 new members on the line today, so please make sure you use the support group, the private Facebook group. We are in that. Brad and I are in there all the time. Sean, one of our part-time coaches, he's a Facebook specialist. He's in there as well. It's really, really important that you guys connect with us in that support. Networking community and really just go for it. Whatever questions you've got. One of our members said, "Oh, Frank, I don't want to ask silly questions in that group." There's no silly question because we're all here to support you, and I think it's fantastic when our existing members actually answer the questions before we do. So it's really, really important that you guys use that support network because that's what you're also paying for, and that's free at the end of the 12 months. So some of you guys, I'll just explain this really quickly. So at the end of the 12 months, you actually get the entire program for free. We had 4 people that joined us last October. They were our 4 founding members. So Brad, I think it was Brad, Paul, Cooper, Angelo, and also Tim, been with us for 12 months. So they now get the entire program, including the support, for free forever. So it's called lifetime access to our program. So please use the support network there. Now, before we start, like all our webinars, please click on the little red icon with the arrow to the top right of your screen. So the little red icon to the top right of your screen, it opens up to a chat box. This is where you want to ask questions at the end of the webinar. So I want to do an audio check. If people can just say, yes, Frank, cool, just let me know that everyone can hear me. Thanks, Brad. Perfect. Just please type in, guys, just to make sure that, yes, thank you, Ruby. Steve, Sue, if you could also just put a yes in there. Paul, thank you. Haven't been on a webinar for a while, mate, so good to have you on board. Tara, if everyone could just say yes, cool, just give me a heads up so I can make sure that seems like, okay, that's cool. So Sarah, thank you. Good to have you on the webinar. Okay, seems like everyone, all the audio is ready to go. Okay, guys, beautiful. So in this business training webinar, I want to share with you 6 universal marketing laws that can be immediately applied into your PT business to increase your lead. So let's get straight into the session now. I've been actively involved in the fitness industry since 1992. I'm kind of showing my age now. Many people don't know this, many members don't know this, but I've actually taken over about 22,000 PT sessions from 1992 to 2004. So I was an absolute career trainer doing about 40 to 50 sessions, 48 weeks of the year, pretty burnt out by the end of 2004. And then I started to segue into marketing and sales and coaching and mentoring for fitness professionals. So I've seen a lot of things come and go in the fitness industry, many positive changes and some perhaps not so positive. One thing that hasn't really changed in my eyes over the last 2 decades is marketing. The way personal trainers train clients has certainly changed. Training is more based on, I guess, functional movements now or functional patterns. One thing that hasn't changed is I guess, customer service, I don't think has really changed. One thing is, as I mentioned, that's really changed is the way trainers, train their clients. But there are so many things that haven't changed since 1992, which was 23 years ago, and marketing is definitely one of those things. You see, most personal trainers, I guess most personal trainers, they think they're in the fitness game, and I'm here to say that you're actually not in the fitness game. You're actually in a marketing and sales game. Fitness is what you teach. Fitness is what you're passionate about. But marketing and sales is actually what's going to grow your PT business and put money in the bank. Now, I know that might not sound sexy for some of you guys on the webinar today, but please understand, guys, and this is that, there's an underlining theme to this particular training webinar today. And the underlining theme is, I'm going to tell you right now, is we need to be able to market our business, irrespective of whether you're an online coach, a personal trainer doing one-on-one, semi-private boot camp challenges, small group fitness, large group fitness. It's really important to understand that if you cannot market your business, or if you don't market your business enough, you're actually not going to have a business in the future. So fitness is what we're passionate about, but marketing is the name of the game. If you don't market your business or don't market it enough, then it's going to be really difficult to earn $100,000 plus per year. I personally believe, both Brad and I have a strong belief that every career personal trainer has the ability to earn that type of money, 100K plus per year, if they have the right mindset and they take aligned action with their business growth strategies and initiatives. As mentioned many times in these live webinars, 80% of newly accredited PTs don't last 3 years in the fitness industry. They actually don't see a third year. And to be brutally honest, that actually really saddens me. I've been in the industry for 23 years, and that saddens me. People do their PT course. They are promised by the accredited organizations that they will succeed. And when trainers get out into the business world, they feel lost, they feel unsupported. And then they start to consider a different career path because they can't earn the money or enough money to actually lead a good lifestyle. Some are even struggling to pay bills. I met a personal trainer about 2 or 3 months ago that was earning like $250 a week, like, about $1,100 or $1,200 a month, not a week, a month. And you start to think, he starts to say, Frank, is it really worth it? Yes, I'm passionate about the industry, but I can't, and effectively says I can't market my business, which is going back to a belief system. I'll talk about that in a moment. So I can assure you the majority of these struggling personal trainers are very good and even great at what they do, train people to lead a healthier lifestyle. The void is that they haven't got the right mindset to drive their business to more profits and sustainability. I did a webinar on this, I think, a couple of weeks ago. The webinar title was, I think, why every career personal trainer should be earning $100,000 per year. And a lot of our members thought it was going to be about some cool Facebook stuff or some new online strategies. And 80% of the webinar was basically about mindset. If you don't believe that you can earn $100,000 plus per year, what every career personal trainer has the capability of earning, then it's the mindset. It's your subconscious belief systems that are slowing you down. Let's talk about this a little bit more. Guys, it all starts with your belief systems. I've been asked over the last 10 years, why do so many PTs enter and exit the fitness industry so quickly? As I mentioned, 80% of personal trainers that have recently been qualified do not see a third year. One day they're taking sessions, then the next day they're pouring beers at a bar or doing a trade. I bumped into a personal trainer recently, literally a couple of weeks ago, who was doing PT out of a local health club that I go to, and I used to be a member there. I've just changed gyms. He was wearing work boots. I literally saw him outside a cafe in dirty overalls, and I said to him, "That's an interesting kind of attire to be wearing when you're training clients." And he responded, "Frank, I stopped PTing about a while back, and because I basically couldn't earn enough money. I'm doing a plumbing apprenticeship with my dad, and I actually know his dad, really nice guy." And I know deep down this guy did not believe in himself to be able to grow a successful PT business, and he wasn't a young guy. I'd say he's probably 30s young, but when I say not a young guy in terms of doing an apprenticeship, I think at 30 years old to do a plumbing apprenticeship is quite old. You do apprenticeships, I guess, when you're in your early 20s. So that kind of saddened me because I know he was passionate about the industry, but I also know he just didn't have the business tool, the fundamental business tool and marketing skills to grow a PT business. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised he's gone into a different field. And I see this a lot, and it actually saddens both Brad and I that so many PTs come into the industry full of energy, full of passion, and within 2 or 3 years they're out of the industry. And that does sadden me. So continuing from the question, why do so many PTs enter and exit the fitness industry so quickly? Apart from a lack of real belief, it is their lack of ability to market their PT business on a consistent basis. That's the key word here, guys. You've got to be able to market your business on a consistent basis. It starts with inner belief systems and it ends with marketing. That the success of your business fundamentally is based on your inner belief systems, and it ends with marketing. Now, of course, you still need to close prospects into paying clients, which is sales, sales processes. Keep those clients coming back every month with great training and great customer service, which is basically retention initiatives. But if you don't have clients in the first place through marketing and more specifically lead generation, then you won't have a PT business. So, when often, often I say, it basically starts and ends with marketing. And here I'm saying it starts with belief systems and ends with marketing. But when I present at Filex, I pretty much say that every year in Australia, that if we don't market our PT business, we're not going to have a PT business to run. It's so important to understand that. Now, I also understand that for many personal trainers, marketing can be like a minefield. You may be asking questions like, Frank, how much money should I be spending on marketing every month? Frank, how do I find the time for marketing? I'm doing 40 sessions a week. I'm trying to turn my business into a semi-private. I'm sucking up a lot of energy. Should I be using Facebook as a lead generation tool? Frank, how much, how do I know if the strategies that I'm going to implement are actually going to work? I don't want to waste money. Money's pretty tight at the moment. I truly believe that every personal trainer has the potential inside them right now to master marketing. You just need the know-how and to discover the strategies and tactics that work best for your type of business. Having mentors like Brad and I, and being connected to a private Facebook group with dozens of personal trainers all over the world is also a massive step in the right direction. In this live webinar, as I said, I want to share with you 6 simple universal marketing laws that you can actually implement into your business ASAP. You don't have to go and develop these. You can actually start to implement this like as of today or tomorrow. So let's go through these one by one. Number 1, the marketing law of value, probably one of my favorite marketing laws. The marketing law of value states the primary role of any marketing is to provide value for the end user. The primary role of any marketing is to provide value for the end user. Those that are well versed in the marketing law of value understand that the prospect is always thinking, what's in it for me? When putting together a marketing campaign or writing marketing copy, guys, it's really important. You must keep this in mind at all times. You simply need to create value for your prospects and your members or your clients. Value must also be shown at the point of sale. So stack value by adding, let's say food coaching for 2 weeks. Maybe throw in 2 sessions free of charge if the prospect commits to at least 90 days. Value adding typically means more client conversions. The more value that you can stack at the point of sale, the more conversions you're going to have. I had just a really quick 30-second story. I had an orientation call with one of the members. I think it was on Monday or Tuesday this week, and they said, this person said, Frank, it's not so much the marketing that I'm having issues with, it's the conversion process. I'm converting at about 4 out of 10 people. So for every 10 free sessions that I do or 10 clients that I see for free sessions, I'm only converting 4 people, so 40%. So for the members that are making notes, I know you make a lot of notes, Steve. So the industry average for health clubs is 58%. For personal trainers, it needs to be higher. So your conversion rate as a fitness professional, as a personal trainer, should be absolutely no less than 65 to 70%. So if you're having trouble converting more prospects into paying clients, it's because they're not seeing the value. Let me explain this a little bit further. Always remember, and I really mean this, there is no such thing as a price-based objection. It's all values-based. When you cannot close a prospect into a paying client, you simply haven't shown the prospect enough value for him or her to say yes to your PT programs. It's all values driven. There is no such thing as a price-based objection. Let me share something really cool with you. One of our current members referred me to one of Australia's biggest hamper companies. That's actually one of his PT clients. So this guy just happened to be 2 kilometers from my home. So one of our members, and I can say who it was, so Brad Cascali, sorry. So he referred me to one of his clients. So I actually spoke to him, and he said, Frank, can you come and do a free consult? I heard you do a free consult, initial consultation. And I also heard that my office is only a couple of kilometers or a mile and a half for our US members from your home. And I said, absolutely. So I'll come down. So went down there, fantastic business. It's been around for 13 years. It's probably one of Australia's, one or two of Australia's top biggest hamper companies. So awesome business, but no social media presence. not systemized, making a bucket load of money, but probably could make 4 times more. So really, really hit it off with the CEO, the founder. The 45-minute consultation ended up being a 90-minute consultation. I was totally fine with that. We just got along like a house on fire, and I really genuinely felt that I could help him from a social media perspective and also operational systems. I also think that he could have probably done a lot more with his sales. So jotted all this information down. The last thing he said was, Frank, how does it work? Like, how do we get started? So at this stage, I'm thinking, okay, this is awesome. I'm going to be able to close him as a long-term client. So he said, I'd like to do a couple of hours of coaching a week. Now, that's a lot of coaching. Like I charge a lot of money for one-on-one private coaching, face-to-face coaching. So 2 hours a week, 8 hours a month, that's going to cost him a lot of money. And I said, look, let me go back to the office. Let me put a proposal together, and I'll send it through over the next 24 hours. So I'm driving back home, which is literally just around the corner. I'm thinking, well, this is just going to be a fantastic client. Would love to work with him. I think there's so much that we could do to improve his business. So I'm thinking this is pretty cool. So waited 24 hours. I'm just going to grab a sip of water, guys. Sent him a proposal, and I thought the proposal would, I thought it had all the elements in there that are going to help him build his business. So he responds within 60 minutes, and he was almost shocked in his email. It was quite a lengthy email saying, I would never be prepared to charge, to pay this much money. And to be quite honest, Frank, I'm really surprised that you would charge this much. It was almost like a negative email. And it went on and went on. And at the end of the day, okay, fine, you don't want to be coached, you don't want to mentor that. That's totally fine. But it was almost having a crack at my prices. And I sat there, guys, and please understand it, not for 1 second, not for a millisecond did I think about dropping my prices. I didn't think about, the only thing I thought about was, wow, Frank, you fool. Where did I not show this guy the value? Because I understand, I've been a sales trainer for 11 years. I understand there is no such thing as a price-based objection. This is the perfect story. So I'm sitting there going, I cannot believe it. Maybe I could have probably shown a bit more value there. I charged him $679 for initial business assessment. I probably could have given that to him for free. I kind of, I was a bit emotional about it, about the email, because I just thought, wow, he's almost had a crack at my pricing structure. So I waited a day, and I kind of calmed down a little bit, and I replied saying, basically, Andrew, what I'll do is, instead of charging you the $697 for the business assessment, I'm actually going to do that free of charge. So that would maybe be equivalent to you guys maybe, waiving a startup pack or a joining fee, or maybe giving a couple of personal training sessions for free. What I'll do is I'll also look heavily into your social media and what you're doing in terms of social media and how to improve that. I'll do that free of charge. Do that for the first 30 days. That might be guys doing some nutritional coaching for 30 days. So all I did in the email was stack value, I call it cool, stacking the cool. So stacked cool, stack. And I thought, wow, this is a ripping off. All I did was add value. Sent that email to him. Within an hour, he goes, Frank, let's start next month. So as you can see by the story here, it had nothing to do with price. This was a value-based objection fundamentally. That the price was it was the smoke screen. So if you can show enough value at the point of sale for your prospects, you could be closing 8, 9 prospects out of 10. It's about stacking as much value as possible. Now, I'm already getting a question here, Frank. What's the value? So, Paul, it could be free. Free nutritional coaching. It could be free sessions. It could be a free merchandise pack. It could be free entry into your next boot camp, half-price boot camp, half-price transformational challenges. Be creative as possible. If they're thinking about training with a friend, maybe a slight group discount. I'm not a big believer in drop closing. So you want to be looking at stuff that's going to add value. So like with this, the guy that owned that First Class Hamper. So it's about stacking value. So look, I'll look at your social media and let's see what we can do with social media. I'm not going to charge you for that. So the more value you can stack at the point of sale, the more opportunities you're going to have in terms of closing more prospects into paying clients. And it's all values driven. So Paul, I don't know the intricate details of your business, but all you want to do is sit there and go, what value stacks can I stack at the point of sale that are going to help me or help the client perceive that there is more value in my service? One of our members does like a free half-hour PT session every month. So you get 12 half-an-hour PT sessions if you sign for at least 12 months. So 12 free 30-minute sessions if you commit to a 12-month contract, which I think is really, really cool. It's just a matter of getting creative about what you can stack at the point of sale that are going to allow you to actually close more prospects into paying clients. Number 2, marketing, the marketing law of planning. The marketing law of planning states that for every minute spent in planning your marketing saves 10 minutes in execution. Careful advanced planning of your marketing efforts gives you a return of, guys, 10 times or 1,000% on your investment of physical and emotional energy. All successful marketing campaigns start with a plan. You know the old saying, the cliche, proper planning prevents poor performance. Plan most, if not all, your marketing over a 30-day period. This is so important to get this. And to continue to work on implementing on the implementation steps so you can actually maximize your desired results. I cannot emphasize this enough. You must plan your lead generation strategies if you are going to grow a super successful PT business where you can earn 100,000 plus per year. When you're about halfway through your 30-day plan, so I'd say between kind of day 15 and 17, you actually start working on your next 30-day chunk. So your plan's actually 45 days. You set out a 30-day marketing plan, let's say from November 1st to November 30th, and then halfway through November, you start thinking about December. So you're always 45 days ahead of the game. You must plan what you're doing in the future, whether you're doing some lead capture pages on Facebook and then you're going to draw traffic to that with boosted posts, whether you're going to do a flyer out, whether you're going to do an email campaign out, whether you're going to do an SMS mail out, whether you're doing stuff on Instagram. It's really important to have your marketing very, very well planned. Number 3, guys, the marketing law of influence. The marketing law of influence states that your marketing will either influence the consumer to buy your product or service, or they'll simply buy it from someone else. The law of influence is one of the most powerful laws of online and offline marketing. It's the ability to shape the consumer's choice. It's the ability to shape the consumer's choice. Whether your marketing piece intends to or not, it will influence the decision of your prospect on some level. Whether it's really poor marketing copy or really good marketing copy, it's going to influence. Important to understand that. Testimonials of any kind create this desirability, and quite often, they can actually lower the price resistance. Use testimonials and images of happy clients and members enjoying the benefits of your PT services. These are powerful influence factors, guys, in persuading prospects to actually join your programs. I can't emphasize enough how important social proof is. One of our most important or most powerful rules of influence in our society is called social proof, as I just mentioned. Social proof means that the actions which other people have taken in the past can actually influence people in the present moment. I really like when personal trainers have high quality before and after shots of their clients on their web pages and social media pages. This is social proof. It's at its absolute best. So please remember to use written and video testimonials on your online pages. There's nothing more powerful than having a professional video testimonial from your client, then posting it on Facebook and then spending $5 or $6 on Facebook, or even having it on your web page, your website. Social proof closes more prospects into paying clients. It really is that simple. Very, very important part of marketing. Number 4, guys, the marketing law of scarcity. The marketing law of scarcity states that consumers will be more motivated to buy if the product or service is only offered for a limited time. And I really do believe this, and I've seen this so many times. I've been caught up in this sort of stuff as well, where you think, oh my God, I'm running out of time. There's only an hour before this shuts down, this online product shuts down, or this is only limited to the first 10 people, and I really wanted to buy something. So this law plays a significant role in the persuasion process. Opportunities to purchase products or services are always more valuable and exciting to the consumer when they are scarce and less available. It's almost common sense. It's human psychology, really. Scarcity drives prospects to action, making them act quickly for fear of missing out on a good deal. Again, kind of basic human psychology here. So ensure that your offers are limited. Have a limited number, including a limited number on your product or services when marketing. This creates a sense of urgency, guys, within the prospect's mind. So you can go limited time. Ensure you always make your offers, limited numbers or limited time. You can do both, but I'd go either or either. If you don't want to put a limited number on your offer, then potentially put a limited time. For example, this offer expires this week, or this offer, if you have online pages, you can actually have a countdown clock. Brad and I did a boosted post just as a test and measure exercise this week. We were doing a business accelerator call. So, opt in for a 20-minute business accelerator call. People click onto the link, and then we have a timer, and it's counting down from 48 hours. So sometimes it's just as simplistic as doing this sort of stuff online. But if you don't want to do a limited time, then do a limited number, because scarcity drives as I said, it drives prospects to action, making them act quickly for a fear of missing out on a good deal. All right, guys, let's look at number 5. So this is marketing law, the marketing law of specialization. The marketing law of specialization states that to succeed in a competitive marketplace, a product or service must be specialized to perform a specific function for the consumer. It must be clear in your marketing what your service or product is uniquely suited to do and for whom the product or service is designed. In this new landscape that we find ourselves in, personal trainers that try to be all things to all people end up standing for nothing, and I really do mean that. There's an old cliche I was told by a very, very successful Sydney-based business person that said, Frank, the riches are in the niches. The riches are in the niches. It is often said, specialization is the starting point of successful marketing. You must make it clear what your offer is and to whom you're offering it to. As I said, I'll just repeat that. You must make it clear what your offer is and who you're offering it to. So continually defining and understanding your clients is absolutely imperative for the long-term success of your PT business. If I was to ask you, who is your target market? And I often ask this to PTs, who's your target market? Well, anyone from 16 to 80. That drives me crazy. It just freaks me out when I hear that sort of stuff. Your target market can't be, that's desperate. When I hear that from PTs, that to me is desperate. Frank, I'd train anyone, 16-year-old, 80-year-old, I don't care. You've got to have it. Your niche has got to be more narrow than that. It's got to be more narrow. Our program, the PT Business Accelerator program, it's not for chiros, it's not for physios, it's not for Anytime Fitness, it's not for Jets Fitness, LA Fitness, it's not for big box clubs. It's for personal trainers that either have just got out of their certification, or personal trainers that are established, or PTs that have a studio. It's for personal trainers that want to make 100,000 plus or more, or open up a studio. It's pretty straightforward. We have a simple message and we know our target market. So your target market can't be 16 to 80-year-olds. Continuously, guys, ask yourself who your client is. Who exactly is your service or product designed for? What does your client consider value? What specific wants and desire does your client have that your service or product is created to gratify? To answer these questions, you must really, really, really understand your target market, your avatar. So if anything else after this webinar today, this training webinar, I want you to sit down and think, okay, who is my specific target market and where do these people hang out? Who is my specific avatar and where do these specific people hang out? I often get personal trainers to write down the benefits of their programs and services from the client's perspective. How is this going to benefit my avatar? How is this going to benefit my target market? Always remember, guys, that clients and prospects are always thinking, what's in it for me? They're always thinking, what's in it for me? So understanding and acknowledging this will help you create better marketing and sales copy for your PT business. Always write your marketing copy, whether it's online pages, your flyers, any type of advertising or promotional activity that you're doing for your PT business. Always write it from the consumer's perspective. Don't write it from your perspective. And also write it so you're writing it to one person. So much copy that I see just kind of sucks, whether that's fitness professionals or health clubs, because they're writing it to the masses and they're writing it from their perspective. You must write your copy, marketing and advertising, promotional copy from the consumer's perspective. Okay, this is probably the most powerful marketing law that exists. I'm just going to grab a sip of water, guys. I'm going to dry my mouth today. I would say that along with the marketing law of value, I would say that the marketing law of optimization is my most favorite law, and I'd say it's the most powerful. So let's talk about this for a moment here. As I said, I truly believe that the marketing law of optimization is one of the foundation laws of all universal marketing laws. It's almost like a law that brings everything all together. This law states that business growth and profitability is based on the constant act of improving and making better the tactics and strategies that we use to actually increase leads. The key words there are improving and making better the tactics and strategies that we use to increase our leads. At the very heart, guys, really important to understand this, at the very heart of the marketing law of optimization exists the rule of integration, marketing integration. The more media integration a personal trainer can use effectively, the more future members they'll attract and the less fragile their business will be. I'm going to say that one more time so just everyone on this webinar really gets this. The more media integration a personal trainer can use effectively, the more future members they'll attract and the less fragile their business will be. An example would be doing an offer and integrating it with different media. So same offer on your Facebook timeline image, on your boosted posts, on your normal organic posts, sending out an email to ex-clients or ex-inquiries with the same offer, maybe sending out an SMS with the same offer, flyers with the same offer, posters with the same offer. In short, please remember this: same message, different media. For those of you who are taking notes, Paul, same message, different media. Same message, different media. That's what the marketing law of optimization is. At the heart of that law is the marketing law of integration. And it simply says same message, different media. The key to get maximum bang for your buck when it comes to marketing your PT business is to absolutely use this law. So many personal trainers that I meet go, oh, Frank, I just did a Facebook post. I didn't get much traction. Okay, what did you integrate it with? Did you do a flyer drop? Did you do anything on Instagram? Did you do anything? Did you email? Did you use email to send out emails to ex-inquiries or ex-members? Did you SMS any of your ex-members? What did you actually do to integrate that particular strategy? Did you bother calling them as a follow-up call? There's an idea. I mean, I love telephone as being at the heart of the integration process. If I have, let's say, if I have 60 ex-clients and I want to do a mail out, and I would do a mail out to them, and then I'd do an SMS. I might even do direct mail. I would always call them as part of the follow-up process. There's much more power in integrated marketing. As I said, integrated marketing actually, what it does is it maximizes the opportunity for you to actually build more traction. Health clubs are notorious for doing the opposite. I did an email blast break to 3,000 ex-members and I only got 5 phone calls. Well, why don't you follow up? Why don't you put some integrated processes in place? Maybe send them an SMS, an MS, a direct mail, phone call. It's so important to integrate your marketing to actually maximize your results. I can't emphasize this enough, guys. If you go, so many of our members, I know this, do a lot of stuff on Facebook. Please integrate that with email and SMS and even phone calls. If you have a list, even if it's a small list of 25 ex-members or ex-inquiries, if you're working out of a health club, see if you can get into their list. But please integrate your offers as much as possible. Same message, different media. Okay, so let me just quickly sum up the 6 universal laws of marketing. Number 1, the marketing law of value. Always be looking to add value wherever you can. Maybe take a screenshot of this, please. The marketing law of value. Always be looking to add value whenever you can. Number 2, the marketing law of planning. Plan your marketing in 30-day mini plans or chunks. When you get to day 15 or day 17, then start planning your next 30-day chunk, which means that you're 45 days ahead of the game. Don't wake up one morning and go, you know what, I think I might do a boosted post and I think I might just do this offer, 3 sessions for $29.95. Have some thought around your lead generation. Make sure that you're planning it. You've got to be strategic about this, guys. Number 3, the marketing law of influence. This is the ability to shape the consumer's choice through your marketing materials or your sales copy. Really important, again, to write copy from their perspective, not yours. Number 4, the marketing law of scarcity. Remember, scarcity drives prospects to action, making them act quickly for fear of missing out on a good deal. You can do scarcity in terms of limited time or limited numbers. Number 5, the marketing law of specialization. Understand that your target market and focus your marketing on these people. I often say fish where the fish are. Market to niche markets to maximize your desired results. Your clients are not 16 to 84-year-olds. The riches are in niches. And number 6, the marketing law of integration, my favorite marketing law. Same message, different media to maximize lead generation traffic. This is so important whenever you're marketing. Whenever Brad and I are marketing our PT Business Accelerator program, we are making sure that we are optimizing and integrating it. If we're going to do a Facebook post, we use SMS and we use email. If we use email, we're going to use Facebook and SMS. We're always integrating the same offer on different media to actually maximize the results. And guys, last thing, it is so important to take action. Brad and I speak about this often. It's all good and proper to to read books and attend webinars and to go and go and do courses and all sorts of cool stuff. Listen to DVDs and audio programs. But the key is take the information in and do. One of my mentors many years ago said, Frank, do the doingness. You've got to do the doingness. And I didn't really get that at the time. But just you've got to take action. You've got to do what you need to do to actually get to where you want to get to. And I know so many of our members are like, Frank, I really want to earn 100,000 plus, per year. Or Frank, I really want to open up a personal training studio. Like Brad Kiskelly, one of our members. Brad was in our program, has been in our program for 12 months. He gets the entire program for free. I mentioned this at the start of the webinar. He was working out of a garage for 10 years, working out of a single car garage for 10 years, and now he's into his own personal training studio. I've actually uploaded some pictures into the private Facebook group. And the reason why is because he took action. He's taken so much action over the last 12 months, and now he's in this cool personal training studio, which I'm going to go and see hopefully in the next week or two. It's not really that far from my house. So it's one thing, guys, to increase your knowledge, take all this information. It's another thing to take action. We often say, Brandon, I often say within our business, we've got to take massive action to get the desired results. Okay, guys, I'm going to grab a sip of water, and then I'm going to open it up to some questions. If you've got any questions, please do not hesitate. Just type them in directly into the chat box, and we've got some time, so I'm pretty much I'll just keep going until the questions have run out. So don't hesitate, just type away. I'm going to grab another sip of water. I've already got 2 questions there, guys. Just keep going. These webinars, almost look at these webinars as coaching for your business. So, okay, so Paul, what have we got here, mate? So what offers are working better than most at the moment? What offers are working better than most at the moment? I'm gonna answer this question like so, Paul. So I think it's really important for some of our new members on the line to understand this. So, guys, when it comes, please take notes if you're taking notes. When it comes to offers, there are 3 particular offers that fitness professionals make. There is a free offer. So, for example, 2 free sessions, 3 free sessions. I know Steve, one of our members, does 5 half-hour sessions. It's a massive hook. He has a studio though, so he's got the resources to do that. He doesn't actually do those sessions himself. So number 1, free sessions. Number 2, these are offers, guys. Yep. So number 2 is a tripwire, and a tripwire is anything under $30. And the offer that I believe is working best in the marketplace, Paul, at the moment is 3 sessions for $29.95. And the reason why I like that over free sessions is because free sessions, I'm just going to say it how I'm feeling, it just attracts a lot of tire kickers. So it's not a qualified lead. Like at 5 free personal training sessions, I can guarantee that Steve would get a lot of crappy leads. People doing the 5 sessions and then buggering off and getting onto the next campaign. This happens. This is notorious for health clubs. Free 7-day pass, free 14-day pass, and people just go from health club to health club doing free workouts. So I think a $29.95 for 3 PT sessions qualifies the lead. It's not a huge price barrier, so that's a tripwire. So offer number 1, free offers, anything from 1 to 5 sessions. Number 2 is called a tripwire, anything under $30. And number 3 is a slightly discounted offer. So it's almost like an introductory offer, but it's not so, the price point is not much lower than your existing price. So here's an example. I see this a lot in health clubs. 3 sessions for $99. Now, I do like that, but there is issues with it. It's not a low barrier to entry. You're going to get a very, very qualified lead. So someone that forks out $100 for $99 is a very, very qualified lead. Unless you really fluff up the point of sale, unless you're not showing them value, you should be able to close that person into an ongoing PT program. But the thing is, not everyone just has $100 in their wallet. So it has a high price point, much more qualified lead, but you're not going to get as many leads. I hope that makes sense, guys. So I might say that again in a different way. I think that you're going to get a lot more leads on your free. You'll get a little bit less leads on your tripwire or your $29.95, but it becomes more qualified. And then you'll get less leads, even more so, from your tripwire offer to your $99 for 3 sessions. Less leads, but more qualified. And sometimes, I know Nez doesn't like tripwires, one of our members, and that's cool because she wants a more qualified lead. So a lot of our members at the moment are using the $29.95 for 3 sessions. You get a qualified person, and it's not a huge price barrier, not a huge entry. So it's just a matter of deciding, Paul, what works best for you. To answer your question, straight out, I would say at the moment from the feedback that we get, $29.95 for 3 sessions. And I think I've definitely uploaded one poster into the private Facebook group. There might be 2, but if you want to see some artwork, maybe send me a private message and I can send that through to you. So yeah, they're the 3 different types of offers, guys. And sometimes it's just testing and measuring what works and what doesn't work. I'm not a massive fan of free sessions anymore, but if you're a young personal trainer, you're just starting out, that might be a good way to just get some people in the door. But if you're an established personal trainer, I do think you go with your tripwire and also your kind of introductory at $9.99 for 3 sessions. So Paul, I hope that answered your question. Okay, what else we got here, guys? So how much should PTs be spending on Facebook every week with the reduced organic reach? How much should PTs be spending on Facebook every week? Reduced organic reach. So Tara, good to have you on the line. This is a very interesting question. So I was in Sydney about 7 or 8 weeks ago, might have been 2 months ago, with a guy called Ryan Dice. So Ryan Dice is looked upon as the greatest online marketer in the world at the moment. He's just an absolute gentleman, and Brad and I are actually part of his program. And it was a 3-day workshop, and it was fantastic. And on the first day, the first 4 hours was pretty much spent on Facebook. And he said something really interesting. So prior to February 2015, the reach was about 15 to 17%. So if you did a post on your news feed, so you did a post, 15 to 17% of your likes would see that post in their news feed. I think it was February 13th. I stand to be correct. It was definitely February this year. Mark Zuckerberg come out and said that was now 2 to 3%. So the algorithms have changed. So whenever you do a post, 2 to 3% of your likes see it in their newsfeed. So Ryan said that verbatim, when you post, unless it's a really cool post that's going to go viral, it's a cool video, you can almost be assured not too many people are going to see that because the reach is minimal. So along with Brad and I, Ryan was posting a hell of a lot prior to February just to get any traction. So, posting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week. I mean, I'll give you an example. One of my friends, Nicole, she does Facebook workshops all over the country. She has been doing it for years. She used to teach 6 posts a day. Now, I listened to a podcast about, I'm going to say not 9 to 12 months ago. I won't mention the person's name. This so-called guru in the States. She schedules posts every hour, 24 posts a day, 1 post an hour. And I know that that's crazy to think about it, but I understand the philosophy or the madness is that you're trying to get reach because the organic reach is so low. I'm going to get to the answer to the question, Tara. So what Ryan said is you're better off posting once or twice a day and actually spending $6 or $7 on that post because then you're guaranteed to actually have traction. So Facebook, please write this down, guys. Facebook is a pay-to-play platform. Bit of a mouthful. Pay-to-play platform. It's just turned into that type of platform. So when you're posting at the moment, your reach is minimal, 2 or 3%. I believe that it's actually decreasing. Brad and I have been running our own tests with our own pages, and sometimes the reach is so minimal, you think, why am I even posting? So we've completely changed the way we do Facebook now. So we post 3 or 4 times a week, and we spend $6 to $8, and then I'm assured that it's going to get out to a reach of 1,000 or 1,500, whatever it is. So I would say, so again, your question was, how much should PTs be spending on Facebook every week because of the lack of reach? I guess, Tara, it all depends on your budget, but rather than posting 2, 3, 4 times a day, post once a day and spend $6. Like, let's say, I'm just going to grab my calculator. So let's say we do 5 posts a week times $6 a day. So that's $30 a week times 4 weeks. That's $120 a month on Facebook. But you are guaranteed to get reach. And that's what Ryan was saying. So he now does 2 posts a day, spends whatever it was, $8 to $12 just to get that reach out. Now, when you do a sales-based post, when you're doing a post where you want to try to get leads, you would get your reach out there more, so you would probably spend $50. I'll give you the exact formula, guys. This is what Brad and I do. So we spend $6 to $10 on an organic post to get reach. And then when we do a sales-based post, if we're kind of promoting like a business accelerator call or a free webinar, something like that, we might do 50 to 100. So again, change the way you look at Facebook. Facebook is a pay-to-play platform now, pay-to-play platform. So play the game. That's what Ryan says, play the game. And like he said, like if business owners haven't got 100, 150 bucks to spend on Facebook, then you might as well get off it because it's that sort of platform. So I hope that answers your question, Tara. I'm not sure, how your finances, 120 bucks might be a lot for you. And if that's the case, then what I'd do is do it 3 times. So post 3 times a week and keep your page active, but spend $6 to $8 every time, because then you are guaranteed reach. It's just that sort of platform now. You've got to, like Ryan says, you've got to play the game. So great question. What else have I got here? Should I have testimonials on my website? Yep, absolutely. I have written and video testimonials. There's no doubt. The more video testimonials you have on your website and you've got out into the ether, Facebook, the better it's going to be. I just think testimonials are fantastic for social proof. What else have we got here? So what other value can trainers add to get more clients over the line? So, Steve, again, it comes down to what you have within your resources, depending on whether it's free food coaching. If you have a challenge coming up, I know you guys do a lot of 9-week challenges. Depending on whether you've got boot camps coming up, you've just got to be creative for your business. Like, food coaching doesn't suit all our members because they don't feel that they have the qualification or the know-how to do that. So you wouldn't necessarily do that, but you could do a shopping tour. I think that's a great value. You know what I'll do? Steve, for the next 2 weeks or twice this month, I'm actually going to go and do a shopping tour for you. Look, I normally charge $99 for that because it's about an hour. But, when you sign up today, I'm actually going to throw that in for you. So just get creative in terms of what you can throw into the point of sale. Every personal trainer is going to have different resources and different abilities to be able to, add stuff. Just add cool stuff. Sometimes it's just even a branded T-shirt. I know one of our members has got branded T-shirts. Even that is enough to get some people over the line. I always think, always have at least 3 conversion tools. So have 3 things that you can stack at the point of sale that are going to help you close more prospects into paying clients. So just get creative with it. Okay, guys, I think we've got a couple more questions. So one from Ruby. What if you don't have X clients and are starting from scratch? What marketing tools are best to bring in leads? Ruby, I don't know whether you're working out of a club. If you can type that in, whether you're working out of a club studio or outdoors, just type that in for me. So I'm not sure how you're situated. So type that in. I'm just going to go to the next question and I'll come back to yours. What do we got here? How do lead capture pages work on Facebook again? So that's from Sandra. How do Facebook lead capture pages work again? How can I answer? The best, guys, please write this down. So after this webinar, please go into your Facebook page and type in X Training PT. X, no space, X Training PT. So that's one of our members, Angelo. I think has been in the program for 12 months. Yeah, I think he has. So he has such a cool Facebook page, and on that Facebook page it has a lead capture page. And it's 1 week, so it's a 1 week free trial. You can't miss his page because he has an arrow going down to the tab. So the first thing is you need to have a lead capture page within your Facebook. So I'm just going to read the question here. So how do lead capture pages work on Facebook? So Sandra, the first thing is you've got to have a lead capture page within Facebook. So you've got to get that created, and we've been creating them for 5 years. So if you want, just send us a private Facebook message. So once you've got your lead capture page set up in Facebook, you make sure that you're drawing attention to it with your timeline image, your canvas image. So you put an arrow pointing towards the tab. If I remember correctly, there's 2 tabs. I think the first one is timeline, then the next tab across is about, and then you can actually create tabs to the right of that. So you can create 2 tabs. So X Training PT Angelo, it's one of the best ones that I've seen. Brad created that for him. Then from there, you want to do boosted posts, drawing traffic to that page. Now you can do it Facebook ads, probably a little bit more complicated, but start off with doing boosted posts and drawing traffic to that page. You can also draw traffic to that page with email marketing. You can just hyperlink the link within your email and draw traffic there. You can draw traffic to that page any way you like. We've just found that email marketing works, and also doing boosted posts back to that page. But the most important thing is first have a lead capture page, check it out. We've got a lot of new members on the line. As I said, we've got 7 new members. So guys, I don't know if you've got lead capture pages on Facebook. I know a lot of our members don't. Go and check out Angelo, X Training PT, 1 week free trial. Click onto that tab. It opens up like a website within Facebook. It's one of the most professional lead capture pages maybe the most professional one I've ever seen in Facebook. It's just Brad did an outstanding job with it. So check that out. Once you've got that, then you can start to draw traffic to that lead capture page with boosted posts, Facebook ads, and also email marketing. But really important, step one first. So Ruby, I'm just going to go back to your question. So starting my own outdoor business. So I don't know whether you've got Facebook set up, but one of our new members, Georgia Borg, who she registered, but she's actually not on the line. She's doing she's doing a boot camp. She had 25 people in her boot camp, and I did an orientation call with her this week, and she said, Frank, it was mainly from Facebook. So Ruby, maybe you can even reach out to her in the private Facebook group. Just you say, hey Georgia, Frank mentioned to me that you've got a big boot camp happening, and he said that you got people in it from Facebook. What ad did you do? How did you do it? Just tell her. Just let's make sure that we model off the people that are actually getting traction. So I'd go Facebook. This is an interesting one, Ruby. A lot of people say, oh, Frank, wouldn't you do a fly drop? I just don't think fly drops work. You're actually better off doing outreach, like literally going to, like what I'm saying is hand to mailbox just doesn't work. I just don't think that works enough for personal trainers to be putting time, energy, money, and effort into it. Hand to mailbox. But hand to hand works a lot better. So I'd actually have a marketing tool. So Facebook is number one. Set up a lead capture page within Facebook. Make sure that your Facebook page pretty much models Angelo, again ex-training PT. So I'd model that, and then I'd start to do some boosted posts every week back to that lead capture page. Pin the post to the top of the page. You can speak to Brad about this. He's the Facebook expert, but just make sure that you've got your Facebook sorted. So that's number one. Number two is make sure you have a marketing tool. I might post some marketing tools, some DL flyers in the group, either later today or perhaps on the weekend. But I'd absolutely have a marketing tool about your business, whether that's boot camp challenges, semi-private. But you need a marketing tool to be able to give out. The best marketing tool that I've seen, Ruby, is the DL flyer, double-sided. It's got a map of where you're operating from, and then stuck on that DL flyer or the 8x4 flyer is a $100 gift card. So I think that has massive value, because the perception is, people might, throw away a DL flyer, an 8x4 flyer, but they're not going to throw away a plastic gift card that looks like a credit card. Ruby, whereabouts are you? Yeah, whereabouts? Are you in the US or are you in Australia? If you're in Australia, I'll put you in contact with the guy that probably does 60% of our members and pretty much all my clients. He's a guy in Hawthorne, Melbourne, Hawthorne. He does all our printing and graphics for the members. They get a 10% discount if they mention this program, Australia. So Ruby, send me a private message in Facebook and I'll actually connect you to Greg from Gorilla Print. As I said, you get a 10% discount. Just get all your printing and stuff. And he's been doing gift cards for me for 5 years, and I just think it's a great idea. I'm just going to make a little note here. I will upload one of those DL flyers in the private Facebook group straight after this webinar, and then you can see. I'll actually put in the one from Brad Caskelly, the guy that's just opened up his own studio. So get your Facebook 100%, like Angelo, then get your marketing tool. Make sure that you have your DL flyer with a $100 gift card, and then start hanging that hand to hand. Retail stores, get sports stores. One of the best strategic alliances that I've ever seen is one of our personal clients. Is actually not a member. He had a strategic alliance set up with GNC. So every time GNC, a customer spent over $50 at GNC, they would give out a $100 gift card for his PT studio. So again, GNC, I'd go in, buy some protein powder, some protein bars, spend $50-$60. I would get a receipt, and I'd also get a DL fly with a $100 gift card stuck on it. So strategic alliances with retail stores, I think, are one of the quickest ways to grow a PT business, because what it does is it eliminates you. They're actually doing the hard work for you. That's called a leveraged business strategy, a leveraged strategy. If you can set up 5 or 6 cross-promotional strategic alliances with local retail stores, giving out your fly with a $100 gift card, I reckon you'll grow your PT business pretty quickly, because it's just, I'll give you an example. One of my clients, so he has a Vision personal training studio in Sydney. He had a strategic alliance set up with Lorna James. So Lorna James would do 30 to 70 transactions a day. And he set up a strategic alliance with Lorna James where he had 38 leads for 1 week. 30. So every time someone purchases something, they give out the DL fly with the $100 plastic gift card stuck on it. And in 1 week, he got 38 leads. Now, most of those leads were probably tire kickers just looking for free sessions, but there's not too many strategies out there that I can think of that can produce 38 leads. Certainly not as an outreach. I think as an online, there's no doubt, but as an outreach strategy, that's a lot of leads. Unless you're doing a presentation, that's probably a presentation in front of 50, 60 people, which I think is another really, really quick way. I actually think that doing presentations in front of a niche audience is probably the quickest way to grow a PT business. So, Ruby, get your DL flyer sorted and put it in the group, and then we'll comment on it, make sure we get it 100% right, then get it printed. I'll definitely connect you and Gorilla Print later today. What else have we got here, guys? What do you think is better, to specialize or be a trainer that is more versatile? So, Sarah, let me read it. Do you think it is better to specialize or to be a trainer that is more versatile? I think that, Ruby, you're welcome. I think it's important to be a versatile personal trainer, but I think it is more powerful to be a specialized personal trainer in business. So I might say that again. So I think it's important to have versatility, to be versatile within your training capacity, being able to do functional training, perhaps work with the seniors 55 plus, which is a massive market, have the ability to do semi-private, small groups, large groups. But I think, Sarah, it's, and you know this, I mean, it's really, really important to specialize, to pick your niche, whether that's, teenagers that you want to work with, or whether that's 55s. I know some of our members do work with, some of the guys that own studios do work with 55s plus and seniors. So it's really important to specialize. Like when I was doing PT from 92 to 2004, most people thought, I was a lot bigger back then, I guess. Most people thought that my niche was bodybuilding and stuff, and it couldn't have been further from the truth. I almost started to get offended. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but my niche was women between 34 and 55, 34 and 55 that wanted to lose weight. I very rarely trained any teenage guys or girls or bodybuilders. Mine was about weight, people that want to feel better mentally, so increasing confidence and self-esteem through feeling better inside. So women that wanted to lose weight but also wanted to feel better inside, increasing self-esteem and confidence. In fact, that's how I got into life coaching. It was personal training, natural progression into life coaching, and then business coaching, marketing, sales, retention. But I always felt I was more of a life coach than a personal trainer, because I worked extensively with people's belief systems and their value system. That was my niche. And I didn't really want to get out of that niche. I'd say that for that 10 or 12 years I was a personal trainer, most of my clients were women, and most of them were women between 34 and 55 that wanted to lose weight. So the riches are in niches. It's really important to be versatile in your personal training approach, but actually specialize, because that's where you almost want to, Sarah, be a micro celebrity within your niche. And Taki Moore said this to me a long, long time ago, a gun coach in Sydney. You almost want to be like a micro celebrity within your niche, because then you'll actually be known for it. So whatever your niche is, Ruby, I'm going to go back to you, Ruby, if that's okay. Build up your character, your persona within that target market. The more people look at you as, Frank specializes in weight loss, like he's the man to go to, this weight loss guru, then you're going to have people coming to you, and you don't have to market that much. So become that micro celebrity within your niche. I think that's it, guys. There's no more questions. Been a little bit quiet today. Just give me a second if I missed anything. I don't think I have. I think that's it. Guys, thank you so much. It's 2 o'clock Melbourne time, so we've gone right on 1 hour. Normally, Brad and I go way overboard, over on time. So the next Inner Circle webinar is going to be in a couple of weeks. We've got some really, really big news to post in the private Facebook group, something that Brad and I have been working on for about 6 to 8 weeks, and we got the okay yesterday, which is I'm just so happy, because it affects our members in such a positive way. So I'm going to post something on this probably mid next week. So please look out for it. It does affect our members in a really, really positive way. We're so happy to be telling you guys this. I won't say any more, but we're really pleased to be able to give so much back to you guys. Please connect in the private Facebook group. Brad and I are always in there. We love when we get questions and people are posting, check out my business card, Frank, and my DL fly. Should I be doing this? Should I be doing this on Facebook? Should I be having a website over Facebook or Facebook over websites? One of our members asked this week. We're here to support you guys, so make sure you use that. Have a fantastic weekend, whether you're in Canada, New Zealand, even Joburg or Australia. So take care, guys, and we'll catch you in a couple of weeks. Bye for now.